It may still sound like science fiction, but asteroids are a real threat to Earth. Some military officials think old but still functional nuclear weapons could be used to destroy or deflect a big one on a collision course with the Earth. NASA has even revealed details of its plan to capture an asteroid and board it for study. Time Magazine's senior science editor, Jeffrey Kluger, is here to tell us more. Jeffrey, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks
wow, some of these plans sound like real science fiction.
They do. They sound like they're a little bit over the edge.
Let's start off with the asteroid, though, because it's certainly this plan of using nuclear weapons has a lot of detractors already.
It does have a lot of detractors, and when you think about it, take a nuclear weapon, put it on top of a rocket, what could go wrong? So there's a lot of issues there. They would use this only for a rock that was very big and very close to Earth that we couldn't get rid of in any other subtler ways, and there are better ways to do it. Now, the fact is NASA is currently tracking about 600,000 asteroids, and 11,000 of them are quite close to Earth, although none of them have hit us. But so we think we know where they all are, but we got blindsided in 2013 when the Russian city of Chelyabinsk got hit. So there's still a lot of danger out there.
I'm also fascinated, Jeffrey, by this whole idea of trying to corral an asteroid.
Yes.
To bring it closer Earth to study. What exactly are they talking about doing?
Well, the plan is to go out into the vicinity of the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, find a rock that's about 30 feet across, which is very important because that's small enough that if they misplaced it and it barreled toward Earth, it would incinerate in the atmosphere. The goal then would be to put it into orbit around the moon and land on it and come back periodically to study the composition of it. Asteroids are considered the bones of the old solar system. And the good thing about an asteroid is the gravity is so low that you can land on it very easily and practically jump back off. So you don't need big engines and a lot of fuel.
How does this plan exactly work, though? Because it sounds like there's a robotic arm that's a portion of this.
Yeah, it does. It does sound like this is an idea people came up with when they didn't have enough sleep.
Yeah.
It involves a robotic arm or putting it in a bag and then using an ion propulsion engine, which is actually a nifty piece of hardware. All you do is slightly accelerate, very, very slowly, but over time, that slow acceleration becomes big acceleration, and then you can steer it toward the moon and put it in a stable lunar orbit.
What's the benefit of doing this, Jeffrey?
There are a couple of things couple of possible benefits. One is, again, that asteroids are the very earliest parts of the solar system. It's like finding an old artifact buried in the sand in the desert. It's a way to study the ancient era of the solar system. The other idea is we can practice homesteading. We can practice what it's like to live on an alien world where the conditions are harsh and forbidding, and use this as sort of a way to learn about how to live in a long-term basis on Mars.
How far off is this if they could do it?
Well, NASA schedules tend to slip, so they're talking about doing this by as early as the end of the decade, 2020, which isn't crazily far away, but it's close enough to be realistic, but also close enough that it would be easy to see this schedule slip some.
All right, Jeffrey Kluger, thanks as always.
Thank you.